Is it more affordable to rent right now or to own a home? Well, it depends on where you are, but I would say overall, you're probably better off renting right now because you have to look at what your home is valued at. If your home could rent for more than what your mortgage is, you're probably losing money. You're paying for that house. Whereas, if you rent out your home and you could make more than what the mortgage is, that's money that could go into your pocket. So a lot of people need to think about that. And how the hell are people in the lower to middle class actually able to even afford rent right now? I think the average rent is around $2,000 right now. And that's probably not in the Midwest, but in the East Coast and the West Coast. Rent is so high that people aren't even able to sustain their level of existence right now. You got people in their 30s and 40s living with their parents, and some of them have 2 jobs. If they have kids or any type of debt, they're getting just stomped right now. And we really only have ourselves to blame because we've taken on these debt burdens, and in America, we're really not financially savvy at the bottom and in the middle. It's the top tier corporate America bigwigs. They're the ones they're savvy. They know the tax codes. They really know how to prosper. They create jobs. They're probably pretty frugal with their money, some of them. And we're at the bottom and the middle class, we're being wrung out dry, and you're taking on massive debt loads, and we were never educated properly. I mean, some of us are, but so it's not just our faults though. It's also government, banking, and even corporate America. It's the top tier of society are at fault as well. Specifically, government with their spending habits and Federal Reserve with their monetary policy. It's actually pretty disturbing how far apart the top to low income people has gotten. It's probably as far as medieval times. People are becoming so poor while the top is becoming overwhelmingly enriched. And the Federal Reserve and the banks, all their monetary policies are partly to blame. But it's also our own fault for taking out debt loads that really isn't sustainable. And here you have governments. It doesn't matter who's in the White House, Republican, Democrat, Independent, although we've never had an independent, but it doesn't matter. They're all going to spend money because that's the job of the government. The government has to spend money. So I think we're just going to keep seeing inflation rise. We're going to see $10 bread, we're going to see $5, $10 gas. It's just going to keep going up. It's perpetual debt. It's a system of perpetual debt. It won't end until there's a revolution. And there will never be a revolution, in my opinion, because people really are dumbed down to the point where they don't know who to blame. They think that the guy in the White House is the one to blame. But it's so much deeper than all that. It's the banking system. It's the way the monetary policy works. It's a debt servitude, debt slavery system. And on January 6th, when everyone stormed the White House, they stormed the wrong building. The correct building was the Federal Reserve and the banking buildings. Those are the culprits in what is today a dying middle class and an ultra wealthy top class. And it's really sad because people just don't know where to place the blame.